In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to replace a control arm in the Subaru Forester. It's located in the front of the vehicle, behind the wheel. I'm going to use a 19mm socket to take the wheel off. You want to make sure the wheel doesn't fall off, so just keep a hand on it while you take that last one. I'm going to use a 17mm socket and an 18mm to hold the inside nut. Now we're going to take our ball joint pinch bolt out with a 14mm socket. All right, so now I'm going to put my nut back on my link here. I'm going to give it a little tap. I'm putting the nut on so I don't ruin the threads. I'm going to try to take a little tension off as I give it a little tap. So the next step we're going to do is take down this plastic cover underneath. It's not the first one, it's the second one. I'm going to use a 12mm socket. There should be 4 bolts holding it on. And there's one directly between the engine and the transmission pins. All right, so now we're going to take off this bracket. There's a little bracket between both points of the control arm. I use a 17mm socket to remove those 2 bolts. So I'm going to just bungee cord up my control arm in case it falls too far. That'll catch it. We're going to use a 19mm and take out this bracket. There's 1, 2, 3 bolts. You have a hand on that bracket. I'm going to use a 17mm socket and a 17mm wrench and take out this control arm bolt. All right, so now we have all our bolts taken out. We are going to start prying away, removing our control arm from where it lives. Just try to find your best way to pry it off of the places. All right, we're just about there, and there we have it. All right, so here we are. We're going to put our control arm in. I'm going to take my bungee cord once again and help myself out. attach it the same place I put it when I took it out. Just right about there, and that helps just support it as I get my bolts started. We're going to start with the stud first. We're going to feed it up as far as we can, and then we're going to get our other corner up. Use a pry bar to help line it up. Just use your patience, take your time, and it should work out. So now that we're close, we're going to try getting our bolt in there in the front part of the bracket. So now we are going to try to maneuver that with a punch. All right, once you have it lined up at the hole, you give it a gentle tap. And if it doesn't feel lined up enough, you're going to check your other side. Tapped up on my stud. And we're there. Now I'm going to start my nut on this end. All right, I'm going to take this spongy coat off now because we don't need it anymore. Again, this is optional. You don't need to do this if you don't want to. I'm going to get this bracket started, but not tight. You want to get both bolts in and started, and your nut started all at the same time. Don't tighten one without doing the other two. You'll never line up the hole. All right, so at this point we want to put this link back in where it lives. So we are going to, nothing's tight, so it should be a little easier to move around. We are going to jack up this control arm slightly, see if we can get our sway bar link in easier that way. All right, so once you are close with your sway bar link, you can knock it into place. If you need to, you can just tap it up a little bit with a rubber mallet. Give it a little persuasion. Push it through with your pry bar. All right, we're going to snug up our bolt and nut closest to the front of the vehicle. We are going to torque these at ride height in a little bit, so we're just going to snug it up. All right, next on the list, we are tightening up our 2-bolt, 1-nut bracket in the back. So we are going to jack this up a little bit for the ball joint. Make sure it's in there all the way. I'm going to have to jack this up anyways to torque at ride height. probably good. I'm gonna get my pinch bolt. We are gonna snug that up. All right, so here we are with our pinch bolt. We are gonna be torquing this as well, so we're just snugging it up. We are gonna torque down our pinch bolt at 37 foot-pounds. Next thing we're going to torque down is our bracket with our stud, 81 foot-pounds. This is going to be torqued at 111 foot-pounds. And 111 foot-pounds for this one. Now we are going to torque our last part of the control arm to 70 foot-pounds. Again, we do this torque at ride height. All right, so now we can lower this down. Take this away, we don't need it anymore. All right, so I'm gonna snug this up, and then we're gonna torque it to 44 foot-pounds. I'm gonna get it close, get my wrench. Once you get that a little snug, you're gonna get your torque wrench out. 44 foot-pounds. All right, so now we're gonna put our bracket back. Let's put this bracket on now. Snug it up. Guard back on. With your full 4 bolts. So now we're gonna snug these up. Reinstall your front wheel. You're going to start the lug nuts by hand. Going to snug it up, bottom one first. Walk the wheel on. Snug them up, and then it's 89 foot-pounds to torque it. We're going to torque our wheels to 89 foot-pounds in a star-like pattern. I usually make sure I go one time around, one more time. Make sure I got them all.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.